Okay, sometimes I think that when we think of video content creating, especially when there's people that do crafts, we really see the cleaned up versions of everything instead of the final, well, and you always see the final product. For me, I was always interested in like, well, how did you get to this point? Um, what were the things that you ran into that made stuff feel a little tedious? And it's this part, it's the part I believe that we don't speak enough about, which is that creative part of like, how do you get to this in display here? So in my videos, I'm just going to show some of the tedious parts. Obviously, don't want to make these videos very long. I know people have a short attention span, but I think this helps me get better with understanding the process as well. So I'm just going to start. I don't want to be one of those people that talk a lot in their videos. If you haven't watched a video of mine before, oops, I put glue on the back of my pieces because I find out that that kind of helps with spillage and like this bubble. I can tell you better. I can show you better than I can tell you. It helps with stuff like this. These spillages from doming a piece on the top come up in one full swipe. As you can see, it doesn't affect the back of the piece. And then you can just pull these right on off. And just put that to the side. I think I still have a little left here, so let me pay attention. And so I had a friend of mine ask me, doesn't that take extra curating? Absolutely. I've been behind. I was going to try to make some Halloween content, but it's just not as quick as people would think to be able to pop out a video on this. So that's what we're going to do now. And we want to do it with no sound or music. So hopefully you don't get bothered. By the sound in the back. Now, I know most people are going to say, oh, you're supposed to be working with gloves with resin. When I have things that are fully done, meaning cured, unless I'm sanding them, I typically won't. Use gloves. So by the way, that's what that looks like, right? And now I have the ring that I'm gonna use. Just weird because, hold on a second. That's not the ring I want to use. I'm never prepared because I just dive in. And this is part of my quiet time as well. These are the rings I want to use. There's a reason why. And I don't know if you can see it or if it's going to become clear, but it's because of the big ring here and the chain here. I have to deconstruct this. So that's what I'm gonna do with you guys. Take the big ring off. Simply goes there. And you see I have this little chain here. Now, hopefully people can see this. My lighting is not that great here. I mean, I guess I could make the lighting better. How to do that is, well, I'm talking here. I'm gonna stop. Well, actually, no, I'm not gonna stop it. Okay, I need to plug this in. I just need a little bit more light going on here. Okay, that's a lot better. That makes more sense. It won't necessarily get rid of the shadow that I'm working with, but maybe people can see this better. Now, this is just a particular process on some of the pieces that I'm doing. Okay, so once again, just demolded or deglued the back side, right? Took off the big key ring. I'm left with the little chain, and now I'm gonna add these little boho braided or tied up things that I did. I just put a little bit of resin at the top for this. So typically, I take that. One side is all I need. People can, I'm not very great at making videos here, but I don't know if people can see that. So I just tied it on. And then there we go. So I'm just gonna tie it, actually. Tie this, and then I do what's called the super tie. I mean, these aren't meant to be super permanent, but now you've got a keychain charm. And then I'm also gonna take these small rings. They typically come with your keychain rings when they come in a pack. And so now we need to put it in there. Sometimes I don't have a full hole here, but okay, safety reasons, just cut this. Oh, always run my finger over these things because you want it to be smooth as possible. And now it is. Look how clean that is. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and take, you see how thick this ring is? And I'm just gonna push it in here. You see how that happens? And all I'm simply gonna do is get it to connect. That's it. Now, I got a piece that looks like that. And let me take this bigger ring that I got off the keychain. We're gonna stick it through here. And we stick it, actually, let me show you. Sorry, I skipped a step because I didn't even put this back on the keychain. That's a problem. This part here, I need to get back on the keychain. So, or on the key ring. And I'm quite sure people are gonna say, oh, you do it. I don't really care. I'm just doing it the way I like to. It's comfortable for me. It keeps me busy for a couple of hours, and then typically I'm just gonna go ahead and put that together like so. This together. This. And I should probably have and I do have a flat one. I just like to use the round one. There we go. And then that's basically how I get my little, oh, sorry, that's backwards. That's how I get my little keychains done. Perfect. So once again, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll be able to get the bulk of these done today. These are just little initial cursive keychains. If you're gonna go on vacation, if you wanna put it with one of your little bags. But that's it. Finished product. And it shows, just wanted to show people that there are just so many processes that go into this. Tools that you use to thread things with, pinchers or nippers, clips, cramps, okay, flat, as well as something that can be rounded. Thanks for watching.